Can you imagine what the most elite and effective spy agency in the world is? The agency that can silently eliminate its enemies, infiltrate impossible places, and leave no trace behind? Not CIA, not MI6, but Mossad. How about that? Recently, Mossad targeted and eliminated in a single day all of Hezbollah's top leaders. This is the story of Mossad, Israel's secret weapon. Let's expose everything with Politalysis.
Hezbollah has suffered a string of blows to its command structure over the last fortnight, culminating in the killing of its elusive leader Hassan Nasrallah on Friday.
That its leader Hassan Nasrallah has been killed.
Mossad was established in 1949 under orders from David Ben-Gurion to be Israel's eyes and ears in the dangerous new world. Its main goals were clear: gather intelligence, fight terrorism, and conduct covert operations overseas. Israel needed something beyond a regular army, an agent that could deal with threats silently, in the dark, where normal military power could not go. Only the elite make it into Mossad. Candidates face tough psychological tests, intense physical training, and are taught advanced espionage skills. Agents are not just trained in combat and spying. They're also drilled in secrecy, loyalty, and staying unseen. With around 7,000 employees, Mossad is one of the world's smallest but most effective intelligence agencies, operating with an estimated annual budget of $2.7 billion. One of the reasons for Mossad's success lies in its specialized units, each focusing on a critical aspect of intelligence operations. Zomet, the unit responsible for recruiting and handling foreign agents, gathering valuable intelligence through human assets. Qaiden, the elite assassination unit, often tasked with the most dangerous missions, including high-profile eliminations. Cachet, responsible for communications and technology operations, ensuring secure channels for information to flow, and cyber capabilities. And Nevio, experts in undercover operations and break-ins, specializing in gathering intelligence through covert entry into enemy locations. These divisions work seamlessly to execute Mossad's complex operations, contributing to their legendary status in the intelligence community. One of Mossad's famous operations was the capture of Adolf Eichmann, a Nazi war criminal in Buenos Aires, Argentina in 1960. Eichmann was a key figure in the Holocaust. He was hiding under a false name, but Mossad agents tracked him down and captured him. Eichmann's trial in Israel became a crucial moment for Holocaust survivors around the world. Mossad's careful planning brought justice for millions and reminded everyone of the horrors of the Holocaust. The mission took 2 years of planning, involving more than 30 agents. Eichmann was taken in a daring nighttime raid and smuggled out of Argentina on an El Al plane, disguised as an airline crew member. His trial was watched by over 500 million people worldwide, bringing the atrocities of the Holocaust to the forefront of global consciousness. But there was more to the Eichmann operation. Mossad gathered intelligence from sources that no one would have imagined. The church, Nazi sympathizers, and even former SS members. They infiltrated diverse networks to piece together Eichmann's whereabouts. It was a meticulous chess game, with every step calculated to avoid diplomatic backlash and operational failure. Mossad even used his family's habits, like the celebration of their wedding anniversary, to confirm his identity. The details of his capture, his stunned reaction, and the tension of transporting him out of Argentina were as much a psychological thriller as a spy mission. In 1972, the world was horrified when terrorists from Black September eliminated 11 Israeli athletes at the Munich Olympics. Mossad answered with Operation Wrath of God, a relentless mission to track down and eliminate those responsible. For over a decade, Mossad agents hunted key members of Black September, sending a powerful message: harming Israelis would lead to deadly consequences. This operation showed just how far Mossad was willing to go to protect their people. The operation spanned over 20 countries, involving more than 100 agents, and resulted in the elimination of 13 key figures. Mossad's efficiency lies not just in its deadly missions, but in its strategic brilliance and sophisticated methods. For example, Mossad has rerouted planes, infiltrated enemy organizations like Hezbollah, and used detailed intelligence on personal vulnerabilities to gain the upper hand. Before any elimination, each target undergoes a secret trial and internal deliberation process, involving careful analysis of the potential consequences and moral considerations. This calculated approach demonstrates that Mossad's actions are far from impulsive. They are deliberate, strategic, and based on a thorough assessment of each situation. However, one of the most amazing missions ever made by Mossad was in 1979 when they found out and stopped Iraq's nuclear missile program. Yes, you heard it right. Way before Bush started the war against Saddam Hussein for mass destruction weapons, Mossad carried out a secret mission, though it was surrounded by mystery. The mission involved stopping 3 scientists, each playing an important role in a nuclear program that posed a danger to the Middle East. The mission was complicated, and the reasons behind it involved not only politics, but also personal secrets that, shockingly, contributed to the downfall of these individuals. These 3 scientists, Dr. Wolfgang Kruger, Dr. Jean-Pierre Renaud, and Dr. Giuseppe Lombardi, were not ordinary men. They were brilliant minds and leaders in their field, responsible for advancing nuclear technology. But the Mossad knew that intelligence alone does not make someone safe. Their personal lives were filled with secrets that made them vulnerable. The Mossad had been watching the scientists for months, gathering every piece of information about their lives, their habits, and most importantly, their weaknesses. The mission began in the winter of 1979. When the agency first learned of secret meetings between these scientists and representatives of Iraq suspected of wanting nuclear power. The Israeli intelligence agency saw these meetings as a serious threat, and a plan was made to stop them. The 3 scientists, believing they were safe because of diplomatic immunity and scientific conferences, traveled across Europe freely, unaware that Mossad agents followed their every move. It was in Vienna, at a big nuclear conference, where Mossad saw their chance. Disguised as local police, they detained the scientists under the pretext of a routine security check. What followed was a secret extraction, a series of careful moves involving safe houses, hidden communication, and tricks to prevent any media leaks or diplomatic problems. Within 48 hours, the 3 men were taken to a secure location where they were questioned for days. The scientists were caught off guard, not just by the arrest itself, but by the amount of personal information their captors had. What led to the scientists being stopped was not just their work together, but also their personal lives, which Mossad had studied carefully. Each scientist had a secret, and these weaknesses were what Mossad used to control them. Dr. Wolfgang Kruger, the respected physicist from Germany, was hiding a secret life. He was a closeted gay man in a time when this was not widely accepted. Mossad agents, aware of his relationships, used this information to pressure him during the mission. The fear of being exposed to his colleagues, family, and the world made him give in. Kruger, known for his stern manner, was emotionally broken when Mossad showed him proof of his secret life. The choice was clear: cooperate or face total personal ruin. Dr. Jean-Pierre Renaud, a French scientist, had dark secrets. Mossad agents found shocking details about his life that could ruin him. He was known to take advantage of vulnerable, small people in private. The Mossad used small spies to trap him and used this information to ensure Renaud followed their demands. Dr. Giuseppe Lombardi, the Italian nuclear engineer, had private interests in intimate activities where he enjoyed being hit. While not illegal, these activities were considered scandalous enough to potentially ruin his reputation. Mossad had obtained photos and recordings of Lombardi's secret activities. They knew that the shame of public exposure in the conservative circles in which Lombardi moved would be unbearable. Lombardi, whose academic accomplishments were his pride, could not bear the idea of losing everything to scandal. He was the easiest to manipulate, giving in to Mossad's demands almost immediately. Among the 3, Dr. Jean-Pierre Renaud's story stands out as particularly shocking. He was not just a man with a flawed character. His actions were wrong, and they showed a man whose intelligence was overshadowed by his terrible personal choices. Mossad agents discovered his involvement when an encrypted message was intercepted. The content of that message led them to dig deeper, uncovering a pattern of behavior that was both alarming and damning. The evidence against Renaud was so clear that when he was confronted, he broke down. not out of guilt, but out of fear of his own fate. Ronald knew that his arrest would not just end his career, but would lead to complete ruin in both professional and social circles. It was this fear that made him the weakest link among the three. He pleaded with the Mossad agents, crying to keep the information hidden, to let him disappear quietly. The agents, unmoved, knew they had him exactly where they wanted. One of the most daring missions linked to Mossad was the Entebbe rescue in 1976. Palestinian and German terrorists hijacked an Air France plane and took it to Entebbe, Uganda. Though led by Israeli commandos, Mossad's intelligence made the rescue possible. With precise information, commandos flew over 2,500 miles, stormed the airport, and rescued 102 hostages. It was a mission that stunned the world, showcasing Israel's commitment to protecting its people. The operation took place on July 4, 1976, involving over 100 commandos and lasting just 90 minutes. 3 hostages were eliminated during the rescue, but 102 were saved. The mission cost the life of Yonatan Netanyahu, the older brother of future Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, adding a personal story to the heroic mission. In September 2024, Mossad carried out one of its boldest moves yet, eliminating senior Hezbollah leaders, including Hassan Nasrallah. Nasrallah was a symbol of Hezbollah's fight against Israel for decades. His elimination, along with others, was meant to destabilize Hezbollah's command and warn Israel's enemies that no one was beyond reach. The operation involved multiple drone strikes and ground support, with over 50 operatives working on intelligence gathering and execution. Nasrallah's elimination marked a turning point in the ongoing conflict between Hezbollah and Israel, shaking the group's confidence and creating chaos within their ranks. The operation targeting Hezbollah leaders was not solely about gaining a tactical advantage for Israel. It aimed to send a message, demonstrating Israel's ability to act against threats beyond its borders. In line with the Mossad's strategic emphasis on minimizing casualties, the action was carefully calculated to deter further aggression without unnecessary loss of life. It served as a broader warning to Hezbollah, as well as to Iran and Syria, emphasizing that any threat would face a firm response. Mossad is often compared to the CIA and MI6, but they operate differently. The CIA has a massive budget and global reach, but Mossad operates with far fewer resources, focusing intensely on quality over quantity. Their smaller size allows for greater flexibility and quicker decision-making, which translate to highly efficient operations. MI6 is renowned for its traditional intelligence gathering and discrete operations. Mossad, on the other hand, takes direct action to neutralize threats, whether it means sabotage or target eliminations. Their elite status in both intelligence and direct action capabilities sets them apart from their peers. With technology advancing fast, Mossad is using more artificial intelligence in cyber warfare. The old days of paper files are long gone. Now, drones, facial recognition, and AI-driven intelligence are the new tools of the trade. These advances will make future operations even more precise, but also bring new moral questions. In 2023 alone, Mossad invested over $100 million in AI technology to enhance surveillance and data analysis capabilities. Cyber units are now capable of hacking into secure networks, gathering crucial intelligence without the need for physical presence. The use of drones has also increased over 40% over the past 5 years, allowing Mossad to conduct surveillance and strikes with minimal risk to agents. The Middle East is still a powder keg, and each elimination risks further violence. Mossad has always acted before threats could hit Israel, but each high-profile mission could spark a bigger conflict. In such a volatile area, every action carries risk. Mossad's training is infamous, a harsh regimen where only 10% of recruits make it to the end. Agents endure punishing endurance tests, sleep deprivation, and relentless combat training. They assume multiple identities, learn to vanish at will, and become proficient in cyber warfare. Mossad produces operatives who can strike without warning and leave no evidence behind, just a whisper of their presence. The role of Mossad in the Middle East story cannot be ignored. As new threats rise, Mossad will remain at the center of it all. working from the shadows while the world watches and wonders what will come next. Their brave and clever missions have helped to slow down Iran's nuclear plans. One important mission took place in January 2018, when Mossad agents entered a secret warehouse in Tehran. They brought back over 100,000 documents, which showed details about Iran's hidden nuclear network. This mission provided clear proof of Iran's nuclear plans and showed how effective Mossad could be. Mossad has also been known to stop dangerous activities by preventing key scientists from advancing Iran's nuclear goals. For example, in 2020, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, a top figure in Iran's nuclear program, was reportedly stopped using a remote-controlled device. This showed Mossad's strong use of technology and their ability to find creative solutions to tough problems. Mossad's actions have delayed Iran's nuclear work, helping keep the Middle East safe and secure. These bold missions show their dedication to protecting Israel and promoting regional peace. If you found this deep dive interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.